Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So I'm going to be using Pretty Posy to decorate my planner this week, but I wanted to make a flipper, so I thought I'd do that first. So if you guys want to see how I made this gorgeous flipper, then just keep watching. Okay, so I have a flipper in mind to use next week in my planner, and what I thought I'd do is rather than doing this in that video and then that being really long, I do it in this video so you guys can see how I make it, and then I'll use it in my weekly decoration on Sunday. So my idea is to use, and where is it? Is to use one of the bees. And you guys will like, as soon as I saw this, I was like, yeah, that's what it needs to be used for. So there are two bee die cuts. I want to use this one because I think it looks like it's flying. And then I want to use this bit of paper. So my sort of rough plan thinking thing is I'm going to make a little slider. So if you think of where this will sit in the planner, this will sit in the rings, and then there'll be a little pulley thing, and this will be, the little bee will move along here. Not 100% sure this is going to work, just FYI. This is sort of my, you guys remember back to when I did the Funfair kit? That was one that I did that sort of moved around, and I wish I had filmed that. So this was my idea. I would love to see it go down like that. I think that might be too hard. I think I might have to just stay in a straight line. But I'm just kind of going with it a little bit. So I need to make the mechanism first, and once I've made the mechanism, then I can kind of do the rest of it. So the mechanism is really simple. You just need a bit of cardboard. So I'm just going to grab my paper trimmer and run over my toe. And I just need to cut a little sort of bit, and that's going to be my little pulley thing. I do want to decorate that though, so I think I'll just grab some washi tape. I just want to see what this washi looks like on top of just the cardboard, and if I need to, I'll add something else to it. No, I think that'll be okay. So I'm just going to just put that washi on. Now before I finish that, I've got to actually put the mechanism part onto it. So I'm just going to cut this little bit off here. It's not actually straight. So I'm going to make it straight. I'm going to put the washi down on here first, and then cut it out. So I'll do it on one side first, and then we'll do the other side. I am going to fold this over though, because I want it to go, actually, I don't think that ends straight either. There will be some trial and error in this video, just letting you guys know right now. I think I know what I'm doing, but I might not. It doesn't need to be perfect, but I kind of want it to be. Right. If you're going to do it properly. So this is 1.5. So let's get this bit square and sorted out first. Okay, I think that's square. Sometimes it's really hard to tell. And I'm going to put the washi down. I'm just leaving a little bit on the end, just so that I can fold it over so it's over the edge, and then we'll cover the other side up afterwards so it'll look nice and neat. Alright, and then to make the little pulley bit, or to attach the bee on, what you need to do is just grab a little bit of this cardboard. So we need two teensy tiny little bits. And then we fold both of these in half. And we get some tape, or glue tape, sorry. You can use normal glue if you want to, or you can use double-sided tape, whatever you want. So put the glue on half of each of these. We'll stick it down so that these come up. And it'll all make sense why you're doing it this way once I'm sort of got it all sorted. So you stick it down like that. So it's got this little bit sticking up. Better not to have the mat, or better not to have the little cardboard bit stuck to the mat. And then you want to cut off the excess on the sides. My tape's not sticking down so well here, so it's sort of moving, which I'm trying to make it stop doing. I know where that is, so I'll just do it that way. It's a bit fiddly. So just while I'm finishing the rest of this off, I'm just going to use a couple of clips just to hold that down and help it stick itself on. And while that's doing that, I need to cut our little line. So that's going to sit that side, the rings are going to sit there, so I need it to come out that way. That part I know. Righto. So cut it. I'm really scared now. You guys know how I get when I'm playing with my Planners Anonymous paper. I get really nervous. This is the problem we had with that Funfair one too, guys, so I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. So I'm going to put it about 1 centimetre in. So I'm just going to mark the line out for myself, just a very light pencil dot. It'll be 11 centimetres, which is fine because this is longer than that. And then we're going to cut with a craft knife, just straight along there, so it'll be 11 centimetres long. And then just a little way above that, so we just want a little sort of cut out. Don't want it to be too wide. I can always make it wider if I need to. I'd rather start too thin and add the thickness to it if I have to. There we go. So there's a little cut out. So then what happens is, this goes in here. We poke the little sticky uppy bit through, and then we fold it down, and then the bee sits there, and then when we pull on this, the bee's gonna move. That actually works! I'm so excited! I was really worried it wasn't going to. And then before we stick that all together, I'll cover this side with washi tape, so that way it still looks pretty. The other thing I'm going to do now is actually cut where I want this to be. So I may make it taller or shorter in a second, I haven't decided yet. I think I'm just going to make it into like a normal, when I say normal, kind of flipper. Just if I'm going to, I'll just make it with the tab punch board and punch out the holes. So I'm just kind of almost cutting it in half, but maybe just a little bit less than half. Obviously making sure I've got plenty of room between where I'm cutting and that bit. So get the little mechanism back, load that in here. Now when it comes to sticking the bee down, we may have to do some trimming of this little bit depending on where we stick it. So I don't want it to sort of, I don't want to be able to see it through. So I think I'm going to grab a bit of scrap paper just so that I don't get this on the paper, and then stick the bee down. Now you could laminate the bee if you want to. I'm going to be pulling this out and using it as something in my office once I'm done, because this thing's just bloody cute. And there we have, yeah, it's just going to need a little bit of working because it's obviously going to be a bit tight. The more you play with it, the more, like, the looser it gets, and the easier it becomes to kind of push that along. So then on the other side, because you do have to sort of think about what's on the other side, because I don't want to see that. What I'm thinking is I wonder if I can hide that underneath something else. No, I think you could. I think that would actually work. You need to, I'll need to cut a little bit so that this can move. But I think that will be okay. And then if I cut it off at the top and then a little bit at the bottom, that'll be in the right spot. So, this is not going to be a simple procedure. I want it to sit there. And I want that to be there. So So just, again, very, very gently marking that little line. And then just gonna cut that with the craft knife. So that's right on that fold line. And then, let's see if this works. I might actually have to give that just a little bit more width, otherwise it won't pull through nicely. Don't know if this is taking my craftiness to perhaps too high of a level, but this part's kind of trial and error. Got to keep playing with it until you get it the right size. There we go. So it'll sit there like that, and then when you pull it, it'll still be in the right spot. Now the only thing you're obviously going to have to remember when you're putting stuff in the pocket is to not sort of get in the way of the mechanism, but that's okay, I can do that. Alright, so we're going to stick the pocket down. It's going to be the hard part because I've got to make sure I don't move it. So I'm going to put the tape on the cut side first, and that way I can get that in the right spot and then I can move the rest of it. I told you this was going to be tricky. So the good thing is with this glue tape, and I've said it before, it gives you a bit of give, but it won't give you too much give. So you just sort of have to, once it's down, it kind of needs to stay there. There we go. And then that allows you to open this up and put the glue on the rest of it. And stick it in exactly the right spot. And there we have a not straight pocket. Hold on. This is what I mean. It gives you a little bit of give for a little while, but it won't give you too much, so just be aware. It just looked really wonky to me, so I just wanted to fix that up. So there you have your little pocket with your little bee that flies along there. Now, that's not moving because it's stuck on there, so if you move it. So it's just getting stuck on the little cardboard bit. There we go. If you move it in front of it, then it'll move across. Alright, so now we need to put on a little flower on the edge that'll be sort of our little pull tag. So there's a couple of these little sort of foldable ones. So I've got a pink, an orange, and I'm going to use the yellow. I'm going to use the yellow. What else would look cute? And I think it's just a little bit too big. But that little sign would look cute too. Going, look, there's a bee. Because this is already double-sided, we can just stick that there like that, and then that'll pull. So, mucking that up with tape. I'm going to put all the tape on here, which isn't going to work. So I'm going to have to use actual glue. I do actually have actual glue, I just don't like using it. So just cover that with glue. Ugh. And that's why I hate glue. It makes a mess. And then we'll put the little flower. And there we go. Oh, that is so cute. I'm actually really in love with that. So then we just need to work out where we're going to cut it. I think I'm just going to trim along the bottom. I want it to stay straight, so I'm going to use the... it's not quite straight, but it's pretty close. You guys know me, I do everything by sight, so that's sort of where it looks to me like it should sit. And then I'll base this next bit on where it's kind of going to sit on the page. So it is going to poke out the side just a little, but I'm okay with that. Makes it really easy to find. Just while I'm doing this, I'm just going to poke that on there for a sec. So I think if I cut it maybe there, or here's a thought. I actually leave it there and stick like a quote or something in the corner. What quote have I got? Because I really love that watercolour at the top. What have I got? I think I want to trim it a little bit, which I've never done with these quote cards before. I've never been brave enough to kind of trim it up, but I think it's very scary. I'm going to leave the height there, and you know what? I'm going to leave it as a bit of a surprise. A bit of a surprise for what I do with it in my weekly decoration, but I am going to just make it so that this is a flipper. So I'm just grabbing my tab punch board. side tabs punch. And I'm also just going to round these corners off. Thought that wasn't going to fit in there for a sec, but it is. So I'll punch the holes. And then we'll leave it until Sunday for you guys to see what I do with it. Oh, I so love that. So there we have it. We have our little flying bee that sort of comes through there. That actually worked out a lot better than I thought it was going to. I was really nervous that I was going to completely stuff that up. But like I said, it's going to be my feature in this week's decoration, which will go up on Sunday. So if you haven't already, make sure that you are subscribed so that you don't miss that video when it does go up. That's when I'll decide what I'm going to put in the corner there. Sorry, now I'm dropping them everywhere. But then if you watch my videos reasonably often, you'll know that the footy details will go in there. So we'll have a little note paper or notepad or paper in there with all my footy details on it. And then it's just so cute. I cannot wait to have a play with this full kit in my planner. I'm so excited. So make sure you come back on Sunday to see that. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and let me know down below if you like these sort of pre-decoration how-tos. So if there is something slightly more complicated in my weekly decorations, if you like seeing that first, or maybe you want to see it afterwards, let me know down below, or you can find me on any of my socials there down below for you as well. Hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day and a great Saturday, and I will see you for decoration on Sunday. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!